Hi everyone, welcome to the Charlton School Open House and Parent Teacher Conference Day. I'm Patrick Clear. I am the middle school science teacher, Regents Earth Science, and elective Earth Science teacher. I've just made this quick video today to share with everyone to give you a little bit of insight into our classroom and into a little bit about me personally. So we'll start with the classroom. As most of you know, we've gone to the block scheduling this year. So what that means is that we have 75-minute periods. So I've adopted the 3-station model for my classes, which means we break that 75-minute class into 3 different sections. So the first section is the direct instruction, where I'm talking to your students and giving them the information and material for the day. Then we take a short break, and then we go to the second section, which is the reinforcement of the material. So that'll typically be a video, a reading, an assignment in the workbook, something that reinforces and goes over again what we had with the direct instruction. And then we take another break, and then we go into the hands-on part of the class. So my background is in a project-based school where we did everything was projects, and it was always hands-on, and it was very little independent time just to read or to study. It was a lot of really focused group effort, and I really like that format. So I'm trying to bring a lot of that into my classroom. So as far as the 8th grade science and earth science classes, they are lab heavy, and they do that because for earth science, the students have to have 1,200 minutes of lab time before they can even walk in to take the Regents. So I know that sounds like a lot of time, but when we work it out over the year, we're actually gonna do close to about 1,800 minutes of lab time. So we'll have plenty of lab time in there, so if anybody has struggles with any of them, they'll have some extra available and shouldn't have any problem qualifying for the Regents. And it's similar for the 8th grade science. They have specific lab stations they need for the standardized test every year, and a lot of material to cover. The 8th grade material is kind of a mix of earth science, biology, chemistry, and physics, kind of an introduction to all of them for the standardized test. For the environmental science, it's a little older students, the 11th and 12th graders, so we're kind of an extension of the others. So it's more project based, more why things happen and not just what they are. So that's how we set up the classroom. In the classrooms, we do use Google Classroom, and all my classes also have textbooks and workbooks to use. So they do have the hardcover and softcover books that are available for notes and for the readings and for any information they may need. So in addition to that, we have 2 classrooms for science. We have the lab, and we have the classroom next door, which is the science classroom. Mr. Besher and I, he is the chemistry and biology teacher, share the lab. So your students will be switching back and forth between the classroom and lab week to week, depending on which days I need it for experiments and which days he needs it for experiments. At the beginning of the school year, all your students do get a syllabus from me. Got a copy right here. So I'm just going to go through that really quick for everyone to kind of give you an idea of what I give to your students that first week, so they know a little bit what's going on in the class, and you can get caught up on what we're doing in the class, what our expectations are. So in the classroom, we do use the textbooks and a combination of videos regularly. With the current technology, that's definitely the way to go. There's a lot of great information online, and sorry about the picture bouncing up and down. I'm outside on a really windy night tonight. So we do use a combination of the books and the videos. As far as tests and quizzes, I did tell all your students that I am not heavy on tests and quizzes in the classrooms. Being in a project-based format, tests and quizzes show me that they can remember what they read, or they can remember what I told them the day before. Doing labs and projects shows me that they have a understanding and a working knowledge of the material that we covered. So it's actually more beneficial for me to see them demonstrating that they can do the projects and they can do the labs to show me that they understand the material we've covered, rather than just giving tests and quizzes to see if they remember what they read. So there will be some tests and quizzes, but I prefer to score them based on their lab performances and their project performances and their demonstration that they have a grasp of the material that we've covered. When they come into the classroom, every day in my classroom starts with APODs and EPODs. If they mention those to you, they like to joke around about them. The APODs are the NASA astronomy picture of the day, and the EPODs are the earth science picture of the day, funded by the Smithsonian Institute. They are really just great pictures that people take and send in, and there are short little high school level descriptions of each picture. I have the students read those at the beginning of class every day. It helps either reinforce vocabulary or build new vocabulary that we'll be using throughout the school year. Homework. So with homework, in our 3-station model, days that I'm going to assign homework, I leave the last station, the last third of the class available as homework time. So your students should get a good amount of the homework done, if not finish it in class. So I do that because I want everybody to have the opportunity to do any reading that's assigned for the homework and have time to look over the questions and the instructions and ask any questions or get any help they need prior to taking any homework home. So ideally for me, if they don't finish it in class, when they take it home, they should be able to do it independently or with very little help or assistance from anybody at home. So that's the goal. So on homework days, they do get plenty of time to work on it in class and get everything that they need. We've got a great campus here. There's 275 acres. So being a science teacher is an almost ideal situation. We get to go outside for a lot of classes. So I will be taking your kids outside spring and fall to do a lot of great stuff on the campus here between the streams and the ponds and the woods and nature trails. We've got a lot of science opportunity here. Missed work. So that's always a big issue for us. So I know that students are going to miss time. And if anybody's missing extended amount of times for any reason, sicknesses or for whatever reason, if they're going to be out a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I tell them right in the first class, don't worry about the makeup work when you come back. I don't want to bury you in work when you get back to school. So if you're out for an extended absence, your student will get alternative assignments, something that are quick and easy, hit the highlights of everything that they've missed, so that they don't come back and find themselves just buried in all their classes. I will get them up to speed very easy and very quickly, so they shouldn't ever feel that way in science. They should know that they're going to get caught up and right back on track with everybody else very quickly. So that's kind of the rundown of the classroom. So a lot of times that these open house parents ask about me. So I've been at the Charlton School about 2 years. I have a degree in environmental science from SUNY Plattsburgh. Go Cardinals. So after college, I went professional career. I spent 25 years in the environmental science field before transitioning to teaching. So I like to bring that job experience, real life experience, the field experience into the classroom. During that 25-year career, there was a lot of time spent in research and project management, as well as outreach and education in the community. So I like to bring those experiences and that knowledge, that background to the classroom to be more than just reading and lecturing. When I'm not at school, I'm at our farm. I'll introduce a few of the girls back here. So once I'm not at school, I'm home with my wife and my 17-year-old daughter and a bunch of our alpacas here at our farm in Fonda. So I do enjoy this. We also have honeybees here, we have maple trees, so we kind of have a little hobby farm going here. And we also tie that into some of the science classes, because I have research projects that I do here on the farm that I bring some of the information in for the students to work on in the classroom. Some other stuff about me, like the Yankees better than the Mets. Jets are better than the Giants. Buffalo is better than both of them this year. Hamburgers are better than hot dogs. Coca-Cola is better than Pepsi. And onion rings are better than French fries. So that kind of sums up my personal bio. Thank you for watching the video. At the end of this, if anybody would like a copy of this video, it's going to be a YouTube video. So if there's a spouse, partner, guardian that wasn't able to be here in person today or to come to the virtual class and watch the video, let me know. Either send me an email or let me know when we go to the live section in just a minute, and I will get your email address and I will send you the link to the video. So thank you for coming, and I'm going to click it off now and we'll go to some live Q&A.